Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary. And that's your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Welcome back from Fox Business. September jobs report misses with gain of just 194,000. Here's what happened. September job growth misses expectations by more than half, 60%. Yeah.
194.
Whoa.
I see 194,000. That is real low. Consensus of 500,000. August was revised up a bit, so 366,000. Let me go to the jobless rate. Wow, big decline, 4.8%. 5.1 was expected. Let me go to the B1 table and see if I can find where the jobs were. And I think in this case, where the jobs weren't is what we're trying to figure out. It was definitely a weaker number than expected, with I think the factors that were enumerated just before we went into the number being responsible here. You still had the COVID issues. Let me see now. I've got 194 overall. Private is 317. It means there was a big decline in the government here. I'm going to go right down to that as we're talking to find the government area here. Government minus 123 with a big decline in local government education. So I guess you had the addition in August, came off in September. That leisure and hospitality, 74,000. That's not the kind of numbers we need from that sector to drive the employment that we need. I'm going to see if I can find retail here. Just want to real quick. Nothing really going on in leisure and hospitality. Declines in nursing. Where else do we have any declines? Not any big declines here. Just not, Becky, the numbers that you need to make this put people back to work right now. September now coming in weaker than August, which was revised higher, and I think that's the big number. That's the big story here.
And of course, the president is blaming it. President Biden is blaming it on COVID and the unvaccinated people. I'm not anti-vax. I'm not pro-vax. It's just, how many times can you deflect on the reality? You gave trillions of dollars to people to sit home and do nothing. In fact, many made more than they would if they were working. So, of course, they stayed home. Now, those with a strong work ethic and were brought up differently didn't. And they took the brunt of the work where they were doing two jobs. Were they getting paid more? Yeah. But also, too, the hourly wage went up 4%. That's a lot. But, the inflation rate was more than 4%. So the net gain was 0. Yeah. Let's read on. And those of you out there that want to tell if somebody's paying attention, whether they're even a lefty or just paying attention, sit around. Maybe you're sitting around with some of your colleagues at work or a friend of yours, or just shooting a breeze at a diner, at a counter, or in the waiting room of the doctor, wherever you are, and you try to finagle the conversation around to the economy, and you ask them, well, politics aside, how do you think the economy is doing? And if they say good or very good, then you have a nut bar. And that is the reality. America's employers added just 194,000 jobs in September, the second straight month of disappointing payroll growth as the spread of COVID-19 continued to dampen the labor market's recovery. No, and even Fox is starting to do that now. The COVID-19 didn't dampen it any. They knew what COVID-19 projections were. They knew what it was going to be in the next month, and they projected 500,000 jobs with COVID, and they got less than 200,000. That's missing the mark by over 60%. It's ridiculous. September jobs figure the government reported on Friday fell short of the 500,000 gain forecast by Refinitiv Economics, in part because Americans avoided travel and eating at restaurants as the highly contagious Delta variant drove a late summer surge. Many workers were also reluctant to rejoin the workforce. Nonsense. Nonsense. Do you know why they're avoiding traveling and eating at restaurants? Is because, wait for it, you have to have your papers, please. Your papers, your vaccination papers, your ID. Oh, I thought ID was racist. Maybe they just don't want black people going to restaurants or flying on planes. Oh, this whole thing is so screwed up and convoluted. That by definition is doublespeak. But you believe two contradictory answers to the same issue and believe them at the same time. You believe that showing ID to vote is racist, but showing ID to get in a restaurant isn't. Okay. It marked the slowest job creation this year after gains of 366,000 in August and 1.09 million in July. This is quite a deflating report, said Nick Bunker, economic research director at Indeed Hiring Lab. This hope was that August was an anomaly, but the fact is the Delta variant was still with us in September. That's not why. It's a draconian mandates. And one of the biggest sectors of job loss, wait for it, government. Oh, looks like they did an update. Is government. Incredible. And why? Government and the hospital, I'll call it the medical industry. Why? Because of the mandatory vaccine mandates. I'm not pro, I'm not anti-vaccine. I think they could find a lot better way to convince people to take vaccines than say that if you don't take it, we're going to destroy your life. I just don't think that's a good formula for success. Experts say that there are a number of factors to blame for the lower than expected report, including the persistent spread of COVID-19, a worker shortage, evidenced by rising wages and stagnant labor force participation rate. Now, this article changed as I was watching it. They updated it, I noticed. This year has been one of false dawns for the labor market. Demand for workers is strong and millions of people want to return to work, but employment growth is yet to find its footing because people are staying home and doing nothing. Still, the jobs report is slightly backward looking. The survey was conducted the week of September 12th, just as COVID-19 cases peaked in the U.S. Since then, infection rate has slowed, but cases dropping below an average of 100,000 a day. Well, it's a matter of scale. 100,000, oh my God, that's a ton. There's over 320 million people plus, not counting the ones that we haven't counted that are here unlawfully. This also means the expiration of 3 federal unemployment benefits on Labor Day, which cost millions of Americans their jobless aid, likely had little effect on this report. Oh, because it was done from the 12th? Nonsense. They could have waited 2 weeks to the end of September and the results would have been the same. September jobs report is a slight glimpse in the rearview mirror. Yeah, it's amazing to me. Sal also added, as we head into the fall, the resumption of school reopenings and expiration of unemployment benefits may push some workers back into the labor force. But red-hot labor demand is likely to keep labor shortages top of the mind for employers. So what you're saying is American people are lazy? They only go to work if they have to? I don't buy that argument. Well, unless, of course, you're in a deep blue big city, maybe. And there's still a lot of people there with good work ethic. There's something else going on. And that something else is the over-mandating, the over-regulation of government, both federal, state, and local. Look at the rural areas. When I say rural, I'm not talking about, green acres on a farm. I live in a town that's like 45,000 people. There's 194,000 in the county, give or take. There's a lot of open area around here. Stores are mostly fully supplied. Of course, there are job hiring, help wanted signs all over the place. But as you go out into the country, western Pennsylvania and more in upstate New York, things appear pretty normal. The only difference that's not normal is the prices. The prices for groceries especially, and gas. Wait till this winter. I live in the Northeast, like I said, in upstate New York. Wait until the gas bills come in. My heating is gas in my home here. I don't use electric at all for heating. Watch that jump up. It's going to be chaos. We were energy independent, remember? But now the price is accelerating at a huge pace for natural gas and electric. And we're importing oil and natural gas. So you know what, guys? When you hated Donald Trump, I hate his guts. He tweets too much. He's got a big mouth. He's arrogant, and he's this, he's that, he's this, he's that. You know what? You weren't thinking past your nose. You voted with your emotions, as many people do, and now you screwed us all. So any of you Biden voters that are left out there that are rational and intelligent and haven't been brainwashed or not in a cult of the progressives, please look at the facts, make your decision next time, make a little better one. I have confidence that you will. Until next time, goodbye and good luck.